use of that helmet. It's safe. Oh, yeah. It's safe. So we do it.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to show you what's new in cycling. It's called BMX. You're going to see 4 riders from the Kingston Township BMX Association doing some stunts on. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to show you some things that are new in cycling. This is called BMX. This is freestyle BMX. These riders represent the Kingston Township BMX Association, and they're 14, 15, and 16-year-olds. The first rider was Brad O'Neill. The second one was Steve Wall. The rider about to hit the speed bump right now is Chris Humphries. The next rider to come over will be Curt Offord. What the boys are doing is they're developing the skills that they need to race properly on the track. And as we get on in this tape, you're going to see actual dirt track racing, which is really what BMX is all about. These riders, again, this is Chris Humphries coming first over the speed bump, are working on things. Chris Humphries has just tabletopped this bump. Steve Wall taking 1 foot off. He's getting used to the feeling of banging and crashing in the air. It can happen out on the track, and the older riders have to be able to be totally comfortable on the bike when it's in all sorts of positions. That rider was Curt Offord, and the last rider over is Brad O'Neill. Brad was crossing it up and tabling as well. I'm going to show you now, it's called the rollback. He's going to ride up the ramp, stall it at the top, get his balance, ride backwards. He cranks the brakes on, pulls the front bars, and the bike comes around in one. Notice the attire the boys are wearing. There's helmets, there's pads on their frames, there's pads on their shoulders, their elbows. This is Chris Humphries. Chris likes to sit down to roll back. He's pedaling backwards, that's for balance, and he pulls it around in a 180. What we'll show you now is a little variation on the ramp. Stall ramp. Starting with Curt Offord. Done. Brad's going to do a kick turn on the stall ramp. Up at the height, he pulls it to a stop in a stall, pulls the front bars up, pulls the bike all the way around, and drops it back straight down. Steve? Probably throwing a hop and a rollback. Chris will ride up to the side of the ramp, and he'll kiss the front wheel up against the ramp, pull the back tire up by pushing hard on the bars forward. He centers the gravity by pushing his body way back. The feeling that the boys have when they're at the top of a jump on the track, when the front wheel goes down, is a frightening feeling at first. Perhaps just a couple more kick turns on the stall. Curt Offord. Notice Curt pulls the bars right up to his thighs. Chris Humphries. Chris will pull it up too. Is that enough for the stall ramp? Okay, guys. Okay, one of the problems is obviously they can't hear me. You ready? What we're going to show you now on the quarter pipe is called an aerial. It's the more radical. Notice that Brad is riding the ramp. He pulls it up to the top. When the bike becomes light, when it's in a stall position at the top, he pulls it up. It's a coil spring kind of action. but it takes a tremendous amount of balance and skill. Now, Chris Humphries is coming out next, and Chris likes to go high. And you can see Chris trying to get out of that quarter pipe. This one's Brad, also doing an aerial. A rollback variation on the aerial, or on the quarter pipe. He's going to ride it up to the top. When the front wheel's out, he pulls it up and then rides it back, doing a 180 at the end. A pop out in the quarter pipe. He's going to ride to the top, turn in the air, and that part's the easy part. That's called the pop out. This part is a little more difficult. It's called the drop in. Takes a lot of nerve to face straight down to the ground like that. Straight a ground turn, it's called a rock walk. It's a turn on the front wheel and a turn on the back wheel. Obviously these bikes are not. This is Brad. Brad's a 14-year-old. The next rider is Steve Wall.